Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome to Thi4f. Of course, that's not its actual name, but back during development, some of the promotional material replaced the E in thief with a 4, and since I don't respect the game, that's what I'm calling it. Mind you, Thi4f is not a bad game. It's not like Ride to Hell or anything, but I don't respect it. The problem isn't that they revamped the setting and the characters. I mean, old Garrett's story arc was finished. It was time for something new. I wouldn't have reset everything myself, but hey, I didn't make the game. No, my problem is that the new developers completely missed the point of the original series setting and characters. They missed the mood. And while they were at it, they also missed the point of Dishonored, and the Batman Arkham series, and BioShock Infinite, and Uncharted, and all the other games they ripped off. So with that in mind, I decided to bring in a couple of friends to help me through this. Say hello, friends.
Hi, I'm Kalon Zombie, and from what I've heard, I'm going to hate everything about this game.
Hi, I'm Random Ninja. From everything I've seen and heard, this looks like a mediocre game at best.
Right. And, just for reference, what is the experience level you guys have with the Thief franchise?
I have played most of the first two games, but I've never beaten them, and I've never touched the third.
I saw about 3 episodes of your LP of the very first game, and haven't done anything since.
Alright. Well, you just saw, but I decided to go with Master because I am a Master Thief.
Yeah, I saw the LPs.
Always played on hard. Although I'm not actually going to be getting most of the loot this time. It's not a requirement, and I don't care enough to go looking for it.
Fair enough.
I mean, my immediate first impression is that it is pretty, at least.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
Secrets.
If a bit brown, but...
Well, usually it's more blue.
It does sort of retain the aesthetic from what I remember of the first game, which is old and
then
rickety.
I suppose none of that matters when you're me. After all, when did I ever...
The cool guy gloves are a little off-putting, but...
And there's our first nude.
Oh boy!
Yeah, that's gonna be coming up a lot.
Too much light.
I considered censoring the game, but
a little more cozy in here.
there are just too many tits for me to censor, so I'm just going to give a blanket not safe for work warning right off the bat here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done games like that before.
So for all of you watching at home, just beware.
Don't watch this in front of your boss. Unless your boss is cool with that sort of thing.
This is some really disorganized house layout. Well, I'll just leave things all over the place.
You should see my room.
And mine. Scissors? What?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's...
He grabs some really weird stuff sometimes, like scissors and forks and knives, and everything is either silver or gold or...
At least I can make sense with...
The pen he grabbed was gold inlay, right? Maybe the scissors were like that too. Gold inlay.
I don't know, maybe the scissors were made out of actual silver, like silverware used to be made out of actual silver because silver was a good way to, like, kill bacteria without being overly expensive.
And by the way, mash E to open window here. This is actually a disguised loading screen.
Ah.
Which is why it shuts immediately behind you.
Now, there's no tutorial as such. Is that because you're playing on Master, or...
This is the tutorial.
This is the tutorial. Okay.
And this is a lot of birds.
Are birds a gameplay mechanic, or...
Yes.
Taste. I should take a closer look.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna shut off my brain right now.
That's a nice painting. Wow.
Yeah, if you get too close to the birds and if you walk too quickly by the birds, they will freak out and alert anybody nearby. And this is how you search for hidden switches.
Well, it's not the worst gameplay mechanic, at least.
No.
And the way that lockpicking works is that I have to move the mouse around in a circle as if I were using one of those, joysticks on the controller.
So it's the Skyrim school of lockpicking.
What?
Yeah.
More the Skyrim school of porting a game over to PC.
Well, they do call the roof
Lazily.
the Thieves' Highway.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
just hope that's not who I
Yeah.
think it is.
Again, though, very pretty.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, the water texture there's a little weird.
Yeah, the water leaves something to be desired, but the rest of the game's pretty so far.
Well, how much time do you spend looking at the water?
Not much.
Yeah, well,
I mean, in the third game, you are unable to swim. In the first two games, you can, and in this one, you are never given the opportunity to drown.
Huh.
Because they got invisible walls over everywhere you can't go.
Oh,
Aaron. Of course it is.
just once I'd like to see someone
Can I
turn
make a
around
little
when they
more
hear
noise
something
next
jump
time?
off a rope or another building,
You know it was me.
or any kind of stealth drop down that is not
Basso
silent.
did tell you we were working together on this, right?
Well, I showed up, so what do you think?
I think you haven't changed.
she's really quiet.
Come on. It'll be just like
But it's quiet, but again, there's always some kind of...
And then the loud music starts, and now it's not quiet.
Yeah. It's the...
Free running time.
Oh, so it's Mirror's Edge.
No, these things don't glow yellow.
If Mirror's Edge only consists of jumping, then yes. That's pretty much the extent of the free running options right there.
Oh.
Did you pick that route because it was fast or because you thought it'd be fun?
Can it
Now,
be
are
both?
any of these characters,
Come on,
other,
let's get
obviously,
Basso
than
his
Garrett,
commission.
callbacks to the original series? Or did they just sort of sweep it under the rug?
Kind of. Like, at the end of the third game, Garrett
Are
has
you
this
going to use any of
female
those Shadows, Lady Lamplight?
try and pick his pocket, just a little girl.
Right.
And she's sort of a callback to that, but she isn't actually that person,
Okay.
because this isn't actually that Garrett. Like I said before, this is a setting reset,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird when you consider how much the game references the previous games.
You should get yourself one of these. See you on the other side.
Looks like I won't be going that way.
What is that? What did she just use?
It's a climbing hook sort of deal.
It's a claw.
To a job well done first.
Also, you can do that for some reason.
Okay.
Swoosh.
You're a Dementor. Calling it now. End of the game reveal.
So when exactly did Garrett get visited by the outsider?
Actually, that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
Garrett, come on.
But he could always swoosh.
I guess it's just swooshing wasn't quite as bad in the older games
Jealous
because
of
nothing
Claw?
looked
I made
photorealistic.
it myself.
I'm sure the watch will be very
It wasn't bad because there was no swooshing in the previous games.
There was no swooshing at all.
No swooshing at all.
surroundings.
For some reason, this Garrett just knows how to
Sight,
swoosh.
Garrett. It's about taking in
He
the.
also holds his hands out in front of him really awkwardly when you sneak.
You do still steal,
Yeah.
right?
I've been stealing since before you could crawl.
That's another reference to a game that no longer
There's the
exists.
Garrett I know.
Good stuff.
How about a friendly wager? Let's see who can take in the most.
Please note that she will not actually take note of how much loot you find.
So you could just steal one thing, and she'd be like, "Oh, hey, you got more than I did."
No, it's just that she'll just ask you and Garrett won't answer.
Oh. Even lazier.
Yes.
So it's not even a competition. It's
Look what I
they
found.
want you to think it's a competition.
You and
but-
me out on the town? Why did we stop doing this again?
Was there somewhere where the backstory to this game was located, and we're all just missing it, or does...
No, it's like even the older Thief games just call it the city. There's like only like 3 or 4 cities in the world, at least in the old setting.
Okay.
Well, in the old setting, they called it the city because it takes place in the city, so other
There's
cities
people
don't
low-profile
actually
places
matter.
where I'm not welcome.
Also, you can do
There's a lot
this.
of those places.
You know, fair enough.
Yeah. No, see, that's something I can actually understand it being in. I don't think that was at least a direct rip-off of Dishonored.
And you know, the the crazy thing, though, is that in this game, for some reason, they capitalize the city in some of the writings.
Weird.
And yeah, that doesn't happen in the previous games. I mean, they call it the city, but only because, as far as the main characters were concerned, there were no other cities.
Like, if another city came up, then it would be important, but no other cities ever came up.
Yeah, but they don't capitalize the city, because that would imply that that is literally the city's name. When it's not. It's just that nobody cares to use it.
No, this was an entirely different creative team, correct?
Yes.
That's probably why. Multiple writers, nobody really decided to look back on the old games, and they just assumed the name of the city was City.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that they had to have at least gotten through the previous games, considering the number of references they use. But they just don't get them.
I don't know, knowing scriptwriters, a lot of the references are just thrown in there by one guy, and nobody else notices them. That's been the case for quite a lot of games.
Still, though, whoever was doing most of the writing did not understand the references.
Yeah. It's the schizophrenic school of writing associated with these kinds of reboots.
Now, here's the thing. Was the original, like, when they first announced it, was it supposed to be the same setting, and then, like, later on they changed it, or was it always supposed to just be a reboot?
I don't think it was always supposed to be a reboot, but they apparently tossed around a few different options. And by the way, that text in the last thing said that there might be a safe underneath the staircase, but I'm sure as hell not seeing one.
No, I'm not seeing it.
And I've alerted the bird by just walking past it.
Oh, fun.
That might be because I'm on hard.
It's not how much you steal. It's what you steal.
What is on his face?
That's a bandana that for some reason he never tucks under his chin.
Is in the ceremony room at Northcrest Manor.
Is it supposed to
It's
look
the Baron's
impressive
mansion.
or silly?
Well, I can tell you how it does look, and that's silly.
Won't be easy.
It's so the guards don't take him seriously. They take one look at his face and go, "Oh, what a fool."
Yes, and so should you.
They look at him like, he couldn't possibly actually steal anything, let him
Pick
go.
up your slack.
This job's getting more complicated by the second.
Now, at the moment, I can see a quiver full of arrows in this cutscene. Do you actually have any arrows in gameplay?
Garrett loves his arrows in all of the games, including this one.
But right now, at this moment, do you have any? It's sort of...
That's a lot of guards.
I don't think
Definitely
so.
Not here for
Yeah.
the summer festival dance. A lot of guards means a lot of steel.
Maybe there are a bunch in the safe and it's
Thieves
just
and
assumed
swords
you
do
opened
not
the
get
safe.
on well.
I've never had a problem with swords.
And I didn't
But
feel
then
like
again,
rendering Garrett
I'm
without
not
any
just a
arrows.
thief.
If she's not just a thief, then what the hell else is she?
Assassin?
Then who's paying her to kill people?
A really good cat assassin.
We can't let the
Cat
Baron's
assassin.
guests
Really
see this
good
thing
cat
break
impersonator.
And we can't frigging see without it.
Oh, they're talking about that light post.
Do I look like an engineer?
It's kind of broken.
None of the staff can keep up with all his
So,
experiments.
they're using electricity, right? It's...
Now, here's where they tell you how to swish. Or swoop, whatever.
Games need a swish button now.
Yep.
Swoosh, swish, swoop. Whatever they want to call it.
Yep.
Now they're about to teach us how to pickpocket.
I am immediately saddened that we have gone
Over here.
15 minutes and we have not heard a single person say the word taffer.
You can go through the entire game and you will not hear anyone say that word.
Aww.
What am I, his father?
Go on before he sets fire to himself.
Also, didn't their accents used to be English?
No.
No?
No.
Never? Okay.
There was one faction that kind of spoke with an English accent, but it was their gimmick was more
They didn't talk with an English accent. They talked using the old second-person singular pronoun that we don't use anymore. These and thys.
yeah.
But they did so in an American accent.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've watched your LP/play the game myself, so I thought that they used the English accent.
And for some reason they...
Have one single torch. Wow.
Damn thing stay lit.
And for some reason they put arrows in leather bags in little jewel cases for some reason.
What? Okay. Weird.
Those are some nice stair physics. Thank you for showing those, Bobbin.
Every time I get it going, it fizzles out again.
So, in an era where obviously there's electricity, why are they still using torches at all?
Pack it together too close.
I think it's because electricity is stupid expensive, and
They have all these lampposts and lamps.
Because steampunk.
Factories came.
Gotcha.
yeah.
For some reason he neither heard nor saw that.
What?
It's those
I need to
silly
take
bills
that
on the
quick
hat. They
report
removed
again,
all
alive.
peripheral vision.
And that's a takedown now. It's a lot more involved than just walking up and bopping them on the head.
I like that you just sat him down. Put him in a nice comfy position.
Yeah.
I need to move the body. I'm just gonna leave the body right there. It doesn't
Why'd you
matter.
kill this guard? He was barely older than you.
He was a guard, Garrett. Wrong place, wrong time.
You haven't changed, have you?
What's that supposed
I hate Garrett's new voice actor.
It means I
don't
don't
think the
kill
voice actor's
without
that
thought
bad.
or good reason. And
The script is bad, but the voice actor isn't that
Basically,
bad.
it's okay when you do it, but not me. I see.
He has to work with what he's
You
given.
know that guard? He's not
So,
gonna wake up
do we
later
ever
and
find out
follow our trail
anything
cause
more
trouble.
about this lady character? Where she came from, how they know each other, what they've done together?
No, they just kind of know each other.
They just kind of
Oh,
know each other.
good.
That's-
And also, she killed her guard, Garrett didn't kill his, and so he gets all huffy about it.
Nope, Garrett bopped him on the head.
If you're so
Do
eager
you
to
have the
leave,
option
maybe
to
I
kill
should
that
go
guard and
first.
just be just as bad as her, or is that always a thing that...
You will still get pointy arrows with which you can kill people. And fire arrows and actually explosive arrows with
Why
which you
not
can
have
kill
claws
people.
holding
And
on?
Garrett will not actually object to his own violent slayings in the future, despite getting huffy about her violent slaying just now. And in fact, she just pointed out the fact that, it's okay when you do it, but not when I do it.
Hey, what could that sound have been?
Well, that's just a case of gameplay and
Is someone
in
sneaking
cutscene
around?
disparities, right?
No, it's
Garrett is supposed to never kill. He's a non-violent, well, non-murderous thief.
Nothing. Clear bells.
Whereas you can play a murderous thief and no one will be the wiser.
I still appreciate the fact that the guards loudly shout...
crap.
Whoops. I still appreciate that the guards loudly shout their intentions. Like, is somebody over there? I'm going to take a look over there.
Yeah, well, you know the little eyeballs that pop over their head?
Yeah.
Well, you can turn those off, and so then you're just left with the audio indicators of what the hell they're doing.
So, why can't you bop that guard on the head?
I can, actually.
A barracks
Oh, okay.
watch.
It's
Someone
just
there?
that since he's facing me and not moving, you need to distract him, and this is the, throwable tutorial.
Seems to have been nothing.
And I do like that they actually let you hold on to one, just in general.
Yeah.
Because in previous games, you could throw stuff to distract people, but what the hell? Why is he walking towards me?
I don't know.
Son of a bitch. I thought I was just gonna stare the same way he was staring earlier, like before, but apparently he went on patrol or something.
That is definitely a positive point in this early game. They did a thing that was unexpected.
Yeah,
Hey, what could that have been?
So is it now you're just gonna knock him out, or...
and by the way, the same button allows you to pick objects up,
Someone there?
and the button that allows you to pick objects up is the same button that has you hide on corners like this. So what you saw earlier there was Garrett being unable to decide whether to hide on a corner or pick up the throwable. So he kind of did both.
That's probably another effect of them having designed the game around controllers and then porting it to PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So that's the way forward. But there's this whole plaza down here that you actually don't have to go investigate.
sir.
but it's full of loot.
He believes that rat sack rumor about
The
us
gold.
being on the
What does it
take.
do in this game?
It allows you to buy stuff.
Okay.
Buying stuff involves buying ammo for your weapon types, or arrow types, sorry, and buying upgrades for your various equipment.
Gotcha. Now, are you able to shoot a water arrow at a torch a guard is holding?
Yes,
How do they react?
violently.
Oh,
So it's generally not recommended. It's usually better, just to sneak up, bop them over the head, and then the torch will just go out on its own. And the other guy won't even bother noticing.
Because a bop on a solid metal helmet makes no noise at all.
Well, that's why I aimed for the neck. By the way, this is a hiding spot.
oh. You can hide in the lockers and look at the pretty Japanese lady and then kiss her, and then the guards will be like, "What was that noise?"
I do not understand that reference.
I also do not understand that reference.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
I understand why I don't understand that reference.
Alright, that gets him moving into the direction I want him to.
Do you bop him on the head?
And then basically, unless he's at like full red,
I will find you.
knows where you are, you can just bop him at any other level. Like, he turned yellow because he saw the other guard's body even though he was in shadows.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so red is worse, or the worst, right? You don't want them to be red.
There's white with 1 or 2 dots, then it turns yellow, then it turns orange if they are perfectly aware that you are around, but they don't know exactly where to find you. And then red is they know exactly where to find you, they're after your ass, and it doesn't go away until like a few seconds after they lose track of you.
Okay, well, that's not too difficult to comprehend.
Yeah, but that's just a visual indicator of the levels that were pretty much already there
Yeah.
Yeah.
in previous games.
You worried I might beat?
Are you going to turn those off eventually, or do you like that addition too much to
I'm
turn
worried
them
you're gonna
off?
get us both killed.
The only thing I've turned off are the button indicators that pop up,
I can move faster.
All right.
Climb faster.
because
You can
those
kill
were
faster
too
and make mistakes
intrusive.
Faster, I get it.
Ah.
You're not
Well,
in
because they
control.
pop up anytime you want to do anything, right?
Yeah, it just says, press E to grab this, press E to grab that. Press E to interact with a window. Press E to steal the claw from your friend.
Press E to eat sandwich.
Garrett's kind of being an asshat here.
Well, now it's your claw, so there's that.
Also, for the record, this cutscene skips all the time. But I went ahead and did the nice thing and cut out most of the worst of the skips.
It's really janky.
Yeah, you can hear where the audio keeps popping out. Normally there'd be a second or two where the whole cutscene just freezes.
Robes are always a bad s-
Wow.
Brothers Cornelius,
Brilliantly programmed game.
Aldous, present the keys.
And this did this both times I played this cutscene, so it's not on my end, I don't
Here
think.
to usher this city into a new age.
Is this
One
the
of
only
progress
cutscene that does it?
and industrial
There's
enlightenment.
one other near the
Let us
end,
begin
but it's not as bad as
the
this one.
channeling of the primal.
Also, note the key, the book,
Yeah, these are the keepers.
little blue thing. No, these aren't the keepers.
Come on.
Actually,
Let's
the
go
old
down
guy
there.
is the Baron.
No.
So it's kind of like the
We're done.
aristocracy
Job's over.
are the
What?
villains this
Are
time.
you joking?
Something's not
Uh,
right. It's too dangerous. And you're not ready yet.
You know, I'm not a kid anymore. I can do this. I'm going down there with or without you.
Not without this, you're not.
Haha.
I got it. It's mine. Whoa!
Toto!
Play and keep away. Smacking her in the face accidentally.
Bet you can't get it. Bet you can't get it.
That seems like a really unsafe building to have
By the way, did you see the guy with the mustache there?
Yep.
Keep your eyes on him, because he will be showing up later.
Okay.
Does he have a hand-mounted crossbow?
Yes, he does.
That seems really impractical.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a primary weapon, it tends to be. It's better for, like, sneaky shit and delivering poisons and stuff.
Garrett, I'm slipping! Ah! Garrett, use me the claw!
What, didn't that slide much further down?
Nope. That's different.
That is different.
That's probably bad.
Evil magic, yay!
Haha, caught his leg.
Ouch. And leg is gone. That just destroyed that person's leg.
And that was it.
Oh, wow, okay.
That ended...
Abruptly?
Abrupt is good, yeah.
Okay.